So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I manage multiple prop firm accounts and how I manage my personal account with all these other accounts that I'm personally doing. So the way that you manage and you do your risk management on your personal account should not be the same as you do on your prop firm account. It can be, I don't judge you if it is, but that's not personally what I am doing because I'm focusing on assets under management instead of how much money I'm making on a month-to-month basis. And why is this? Because 0.3%, which is what I risk on my funded account, is $300 on a 100k account, but it's $3,000 once I have $1 million in assets under management. And I think that this is a very important distinction to make from the get-go in this video, because you will see how I manage my prop firm accounts and my challenges, and you might think, oh my god, so he's not making money. And once again, focus on assets under management instead of how much money anyone is making. And not that I'm unhappy, by the way. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the risk management that I'm personally doing on my personal account and prop firm accounts, and I'm also going to talk about what I'm going to do when I get to 1 million in funding. And so let's talk about this first. On my personal account, there is no time restraints, there is no profit target, it's just me and my personal account. That's it. And so my risk management for my personal account is actually 1% per trade. My personal account is also the one that has the best spreads. We're talking about 0/0.1 on euro dollar and most other pairs too. And I trade with Blueberry Markets if anyone is wondering. There's a possible link in the description. Then I also have 3 live accounts and I have 1 challenge that I'm normally always doing. On my prop firm accounts, I risk 0.3% because again, to me, it's not about the money that I'm making at the end of the month. It's about stacking multiple funded accounts on top of each other. Then on my challenges, I risk 2% because I want to either pass or fail quickly. Like that's the goal, and I'm not looking to do a challenge for 2 months. Do I recommend this? Absolutely not. Please don't take this as risk management advice for your prop firm account. I have a full video talking about the risk management protocols that I have had in place for prop firm accounts, and you can check that on the top right corner. But this is what I'm personally doing. I have the ability to do that every single month. Full disclosure, I think I have lost, since I started doing this, 1 challenge and I've passed 2. So please keep that in mind. You are going to fail possibly more challenges if you do this. You don't have a lot of room to breathe when you're risking 2%. So you really need to have a big cash buffer and income from other streams in order to do this. It's what I called in that video the fuck you approach to money and prop firms. So again, risking 1% on the personal, 0.3 on the funded, and I'm risking 2% on the challenges. But how do I do all this? Well, for that, let's jump onto the computer. Okay, so we are right here on the website that I use. This is not sponsored, this is not affiliated. There's going to be a link in the description, but it's not even an affiliate link. Believe me, I tried, they don't have it. But a lot of people either use this one or Social Trader Tools, or there is a new one which I looked into yesterday, but I don't remember the name. But Duplicium is the one that I use. It's trade/copier.com. And I think that the reason I haven't switched to like Social Trader Tools and etc. is that I've always been with trade/copier and it has always worked perfectly, so I never really bothered into changing. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. You create an account, then you have the cockpit, you have the beta and the normal one. I like the old one. I always use the old one. Really, I haven't been able to get used to the old one. This is how it looks like. Okay, it does not look aesthetically pleasing, I understand, but you basically have everything that you need right here. You have 1 master account, which is my main account. This is the account that has the lowest amount of spreads. I connect it. You have the free master, so that's perfectly free to have that. And then you have your slaves, and in your slaves I have live, challenge, whatever. You come into add a new slave, you put whatever name you want. You can put like live 4, for example. Once I get the next live account, that's what I'll do. Put whatever it is that you trade, so MT5, C traders, FXCM, LMAX. I normally do MT5, that's the one that I normally use besides my Forex funds. Then you have login, password. The password is the password for the account, it's not the investor password. The server name, it's straightforward, that's what you use. And then this is the plan that you need to have. I always go for the flexible plan. You can see that I have basically all of them flexible plans, and this one was one that I basically just bought, and you just put the flexible one, and every time you set a trade on your master account, it's going to get copied into all the other accounts that you have right here. Now, one thing that is important is that after you do this, this is going to ask you how much do you want the risk factor to be, how much in lots do you want the max order to be, max account position size, etc. So you can play with this max risk percentage, and I always do auto risk, balance, and 0.3. Basically, this means that if I risk 1% on my main account, that I'm going to risk 0.3% on my funded account. If I risk 2% on my master account, then I'm going to be risking 0.6. So basically, this risks 0.3% of what you risk in percentage of your main account. But yeah, I think you will end up understanding how this works. And just for reference, I have, so the first one, it's 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, and then the challenge you have 2. Another thing that is important is that what ends up happening is that you have different spreads, you have different data on each broker. So what I do is I let myself take maybe bigger losses by not copying anything that is here. I don't copy the pending, the stop loss, or the take profit. So what does this do? Well, as soon as I set a limit order on my personal account, that is not going to get copied. But as soon as the limit order is tapped, all these accounts are going to execute on a market order. So pips don't matter, take profits don't matter, stop losses don't matter, spreads don't matter, data feeds don't matter, because the only thing that matters is my live account. Was I tagged in or was I not tagged in on my live account? And so the risks of this are basically that you can take bigger losses, which I am expecting, but the benefits are that if you on your main account that has basically 0 spreads are tagged in, you are not relying on other broker spreads. So for example, 8cap and even my Forex funds, they have like an average 0.6 pip spread on euro dollar, and I don't want to be reliant on the trade going to 0.6 in drawdown to tag me in. So what I always do is that I don't copy any pending orders, stop losses, or take profit, and as soon as either of those are hit, whatever happens, all these accounts copy a market order. So this is very important. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, because some people might not know that this is possible, and also showing how I do this in general. So let me show you on my phone exactly what happens, and then let's go into the outro. Okay, so I have this limit order right here on my personal account. Just going to move this a little bit more towards where price is at. Boom, supposed to execute soon. Okay, it has executed, and now you go onto the account, and there you go. This is on the Traders Global Group account. So yeah, that's it, and that's how it works. I'm also just going to change the take profit onto here, for example, to see if this gets tagged, or stop loss. Let's do both, and you'll see how both work. I'm messing with my strike rate on my personal account because of this, okay? So you better be grateful of this. We have both, we have stop loss and we have the entry. So let's see which one gets tagged first, and then seeing the trade copier doing its job. And notice that there is no stop loss right here on the funded account. So again, this is on the personal. So are we finally going to get stop loss? This is it. Okay, stop loss hit, boom, and right here already hit. So yeah, that's how I personally use it. And that's also the reason why I don't take those other things off. So let's get into the outro. In terms of managing 7 figures, once I get to that $1 million mark, everything I do after that, it's going to be to vary my risk. So if I have 1.2 of assets under management, then on the 200K that I have extra, I will be risking possibly 1%, maybe 2%, who knows, just to make extra money and taking advantage of that opportunity of not having my capital at risk. But that is going to be for another video once I reach that stage. So yeah, this is how I manage my multiple 6-figure accounts. Once again, this video is not sponsored, even though I tried to have at least an affiliate link with what I'm currently using. Once I get over that 1 million mark and those 200K that I talked about, then I'm not going to be putting those accounts probably on the trade copier, but I'll update you when that happens. A good amount after that happens, because I don't want that much pressure. And I hope you were able to take some value from this. I think this is a very important thing that you have to learn when you are looking into scaling into multiple accounts, multiple prop firms, so you don't have all your risk on one single prop firm. I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next week. Bye.